team of unarmed social workers could soon be responding to some 911 calls in Cambridge instead of police.
Care team member Marie Matthew is eager to start responding to emergencies that are presently handled by police with guns.
I think this program is an opportunity for us to take care of the people that we are trained to take care of.
Cambridge's police commissioner has publicly supported what would be the most ambitious alternative to police response strategy in Massachusetts.
You know what? I would like somebody at the Census Bureau to find out the exact stats on the number of people who have ever been in the heat of a violent emergency situation and said to themselves, you know who we need to repel this knife-wielding lunatic? A white woman with a clipboard. Yeah! Being the most dangerous commentary show on Beyonce's internet comes with its own set of challenges. YouTube time and time again refuses to promote our videos because we have very controversial takes on extremely sensitive subjects. So chances are, if you stumbled on this clip by accident, you'll never get to see our content again unless you hit that subscribe button. It only takes 1 second. But either way, we're glad you're here. And now, back to the clip. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to this episode of the Shock and Awe podcast, arguably the most dangerous commentary show on Beyonce's internet. I am your host, Mr. Robbie Hollywood. And what a show we got for you today. Folks, one would think that in this fantasy liberal world we live in which men can now get pregnant and such phrases as queers for Palestine are now part of the social vernacular. A sentence, by the way, that in my book is the equivalent of other oxymoronic sayings like chickens for KFC or squirrels for highways. You would think you've seen it all. Nothing can surprise you. But to that I say rubbish. Why? Well, enter the town of Cambridge, Massachusetts, known for its Ivy League schools and quaint architecture. Cambridge can now add to its illustrious portfolio the fact that it will now be the first town in these United States to start sending unarmed social workers to 911 calls. Oh, Maron!
A team of unarmed social workers could soon be responding to some 911 calls in Cambridge instead of police.
That's right. The city's new care team has spent the last 6 months getting ready to be dispatched to nonviolent crimes and mental health crises.
As Boston 25 News reporter Drew Caritas explains, Cambridge will be among the first in the nation to try an alternative to police in certain emergencies.
We're definitely a pioneer in this approach.
A tentative plan to send a team of unarmed social workers to some emergency 911 calls in Cambridge could officially be rolled out as soon as next month, says Liz Speakman, director of the city's new Community Assistance Response and Engagement.
Having an unarmed civilian with experience in mental health going to mental health calls is really the right response.
Speakman tells us that the 5 members of the care team have extensive backgrounds as social workers and first responders. Unlike some other alternative response programs recently deployed in other cities across the country, the care team will not be accompanied by police when they are sent to nonviolent mental health related calls.
If anything goes wrong, if there's any safety concerns, they can radio for assistance immediately and get backup right away.
It's an opportunity for us to help fix a system that's been broken for a really long time.
Care team member Marie Matthew is eager to start responding to emergencies that are presently handled by police with guns.
I think this program is an opportunity for us to take care of the people that we are trained to take care of.
Cambridge's police commissioner has publicly supported what would be the most ambitious alternative to police response strategy in Massachusetts, but negotiations with the largest local police union have delayed the rollout. The Cambridge Police Patrol Correctional Officers Association says it believes that the care team has a place in the city, but a statement from union president Chris Sullivan says, quote, the care team must first be prepared with proper training and safety protocols, and our negotiations with the city should be settled in good faith.
There are simply some calls that require police, and there are some calls that don't.
Cambridge Vice Mayor Mark McGovern, whose background is in social work, says trained clinicians are what's missing in the current response to certain 911 calls to de-escalate and help with nonviolent crisis intervention, including well-being checks and loitering complaints. He hopes Cambridge can soon prove that to the state and the nation.
I certainly hope that other communities take the step that, follow our lead on this.
In Cambridge, Drew Caritas for your local station, Boston 25 News.
You know what? I would like somebody at the Census Bureau to find out the exact stats on the number of people who have ever been in the heat of a violent emergency situation and said to themselves, you know who we need to repel this knife-wielding lunatic? A white woman with a clipboard. Yeah. I'll save you the research. The answer is zero, none, zilch. The mortality rate among social workers is about to skyrocket. You might as well have been a Navy SEAL in Fallujah in 2006 because it is hunting season. And this is not just at the hand of the knife-wielding lunatics either. Because let me tell you something. If I call 911 and you send me Bethany here, I'm stabbing her myself. And I know what a lot of you are saying to yourselves right now. Oh, Robert, but isn't this a more humane way to deal with mental health breakdowns? Listen, be that as it may, but here is the truth of the situation on the ground, Toots. If somebody picks up their phone and calls 911, the time for talking is over. What they need is large men with big guns to come in and administer the sweet, sweet government-sanctioned violence. Your assailant will have plenty of time to talk about his childhood traumas and go over his resume with his Lord Jesus Christ when they meet at the pearly gates. Where, of course, they will also be met by many residents of Cambridge, Massachusetts, many of whom will be social workers. Absolutely preposterous.